be prepared for winter driving there. Obviously, the Cascades, a mess. Government Camp, though, only reporting 4 inches of snow. Meadows has 10 inches of new snow on the ground this morning. It's cold up there. Temperatures are about 11, 12 degrees. Here's a look at radar this morning. This is showing a mix of showers over the Coast Range at this hour. Salem dry, but a mix of showers over in Scotts Mill, and pretty much just dry to maybe some flurries in the air around Portland. Now, I do think this morning going through your day will be pretty quiet. So obviously we have freezing temperatures. We're not going to warm up today. The roads are going to stay icy, but if you must get out, better to do it this morning. This afternoon, snow will be picking up a little bit. So this is Futurecast at 2 p.m. This may be overdone, but certainly this afternoon moisture picks up. This shows the chance of sleet and freezing rain in the salmon color and the snow in blue. That may or may not be right. The main thing I want you to get out of this is that once we get into this evening, now notice if you just look at the fact everything is colored, this is hours and hours. Look at this heavy moisture in yellow. This is midnight tonight. This is hours and hours of steady moisture from that stronger storm system that comes in tonight. For Portland, I think it's basically steady snow that's pretty good clip from 7 tonight all the way into about 5 in the morning. So a good nearly 8 hours or so of solid, steady snow, if not more. That should give us 8 inches. Here's Futurecast in the morning on Saturday. Now that storm is moving through, and it's just frivolous showers during the day. But again, the 1 to 2 inches maybe this afternoon for Portland, the 8 inches of snow tonight. Could be a half of an inch of sleet mixed in spots. But the main ice concern will not be Portland. It will be Salem and down into the Mid-Valley, where there could be 1 inch accumulations of sleet and freezing rain. And that's a big problem. This map does a good job of pointing out this is the snow zone. Salem would be maybe the ice zone. This does give Battleground, Kelso, Forest Grove, Portland, all 8 inches or more of snow. Sunday still the day in the afternoon. Is it rain picking up or is it all snow into Sunday night? Not sure yet, but that's a third front. After that, we should be warm. Warmer. Pleasant, really. Tropical?
Well, let's not get carried away, but I get the direction you're going. Thank you, Rod. The icy weather could be disastrous for power lines coming up this morning on Sunrise. We talk with one utility company about how it's trying to prevent a problem. And then across the Columbia, Southwest Washington gets some good news about reopening. Those stories straight ahead.
Kaiser Permanente offers many innovative virtual heart care options.
Pioneer Cordell Square invites you to buy a brick today to help revitalize the heart of our downtown. Your support will help build a clean, safe, and vibrant downtown for all Portlanders. Buy your personalized brick at thesquarepdx.org.
So, what should we do today?
Should we just go see a movie?
Yes.
I'm always up for a good movie.
Go Rogue in the all-new fiercely reimagined Nissan Rogue. Get a low $229 per month lease on Rogue or get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 13 models.
Oregon Hot Tub invites you to save now and soak later. As Oregon's largest, we can offer you the best choices in swim spas, saunas, and hot spring hot tubs. Create your own in-home fitness center or backyard retreat. Start today at Oregon Hot Tub.
Start your day with Crest 3D White. And from mochachinos to Merlot, your smile will always be brilliant. Crest 3D White Brilliance. 100% stain removal, 24-hour stain resistance to lock in your whitest smile. Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America.
If you need the key to fresh laundry, try Gain Flings. They have more freshness ingredients compared to Bargain liquid detergent. They have 3 superpowered ingredients that fight stink: OxyBoost, Febreze odor remover, and concentrated detergent. Try Gain Flings and smell the difference.
The new My WW Plus gives you more of what you need to help you lose weight. More simplicity with what's in your fridge, which suggests meals based on what you have. More motivation with on-demand workout classes. More freedom with over 300 zero-point foods. And new tools to boost your mood and help keep you hydrated. Get more of what you need to help you lose weight. The new My WW Plus, more holistic, more personalized, more weight loss. WW Weight Watchers Reimagined.
Join now, pay later. Get your first 3 months free. Ends February 15th.
Whether you own a hot tub or a pool now or are looking to purchase, Oregon Hot Tub can help. From great prices on quality hot spring hot tubs, swim spas, and saunas to full-service maintenance and a full line of cleaning products, we've got you covered. Visit OregonHotTub.com.
Welcome back to Sunrise. We will get back to our weather coverage here in a moment, but we also want to cover 3 things to know about COVID this morning, and we start with this. Starting Monday, Clark County will advance to phase 2 of Washington's reopening plan. Cowlitz, Skamania, Klickitat, and Wahkiakum counties will also be moving to phase 2 on Monday. So that means indoor dining is allowed in those counties again, up to 25% capacity, and gyms and indoor entertainment facilities like movie theaters can reopen too, with that same 25% capacity limit. Happening today, all 3 Portland metro counties will be downgraded from the extreme COVID risk level to high risk. So that means restaurants and bars in Multnomah, Washington, and Clackamas counties can offer a limited number of customers indoor seating again. Gyms and theaters in those counties will also be allowed to have a few more people inside. Unfortunately, of course, the restrictions are loosening up on the same weekend where we're getting hit with a few punches of winter weather. And number 3, vaccine group number 3 in Oregon will be able to get their COVID shots starting Monday. So this group includes people 75 years old and up and healthcare providers working with high-risk patients. It also includes parents and caregivers that take care of medically vulnerable people in their homes. For a complete list of who's eligible, you can go to covidvaccine.oregon.gov. And those are 3 things to know about COVID this morning.
Well, with the strong east winds and ice, we are keeping track of power outages in the area. Joining us live on the phone this morning is Andrea Platt with PGE. Good morning, Andrea. Let me jump right in here. How many of your customers are without power right now, and where are they?
Good morning, Brenda. Thanks for having us today. Right now, we have about slightly under 2,000 customers who are out of power. The bulk of those are in Multnomah, although we're seeing some outages across Clackamas, Marion, and Washington counties as well. And what we're seeing is a combination of downed tree limbs that have affected power, as well as a couple of vehicular accidents.
How many crews do you have out right now?
You know, our crews have been out working all night as the wind, snow, and ice took down trees and branches and made contact with lines, causing outages. We've had crews moving from one restoration to the next and working around the clock until everyone is back on.
So our meteorologist has been saying that tonight is when we're really going to get the steady snow, like maybe 8 hours between 7 p.m. and 5 a.m. Talk a little bit about your strategy as we go into the weekend.
You bet. We've got all hands on deck at PGE, and so we are working across every aspect, from stocking up our supplies to crews out on the roads and working to restore power. As soon as restoration in one location is complete, our crews will move to the next impacted area so we can get the power back on for customers as quickly as safety allows. Since more storms are expected that you mentioned, it's a good time to make sure that you're prepared in case the ice, wind, and snow knock out your power.
All right, so, Andrea Platt with PGE, we appreciate all the information. I know you have a big job ahead. If anything changes, we'll be back in touch, so don't go too far. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brenda.
All right, let's get back to Rod Hill in the Weather Center. And I love your appetizer main course metaphor. That is really helping my brain this morning.
You guys did that, actually. One of you news people came up with that.
It.
All right, this to you a moment ago, but I want to point out I'm really using this map to show the snow zone tonight with the bigger storm into tomorrow morning. If you're not in the colored zone, Salem, see you're not, you're in the ice zone. So here's the ice zone, maybe significant freezing rain and sleet, but do notice the numbers in the snow zone. 10 Forest Grove, 9 Portland, 9 to 10 in Battleground, 10 to 11 up in Kelso. Those are all reasonable figures. Again, it's going to be snowing all night long tonight. One of the well-lit up cameras, this is up in Cowlitz County, Three Rivers Golf Course. That's the one owned by the Elks Club up there. And you can see they have a good 1 to 2 inches of snow on the ground. Still some flurries showing up in the air. You see the snow on the golf carts there. So again, this 1 to 2 inch snowfall is pretty uniform from Kelso, Longview, all the way down through Portland. Morning numbers are cold, 28 in Scappoose. We don't think these temperatures will budge much at all today. So we're basically going to stay 32 or colder. 29 in Salem. Your forecast in Salem today gets you up to about 32 degrees, but then takes you back into the upper 20s tonight with that significant chance of sleet and freezing rain accumulation. That's Salem tonight. Forecast numbers today at 5 p.m. There it shows Salem at 31. Notice down in Eugene, different world, 47 degrees. Newport, different world, 46. Tillamook above freezing. Astoria 32. It's mostly a chance of a few inches of snow across our state today, depending on where you are. But tonight into tomorrow, Baker County could pick up 6 inches of snow. A foot falls in the gorge. The Dow's cold today, 21. You folks will see an east wind 5 to 15. The west end still has that blizzard warning with gusts more like 40 to 60 miles per hour in the gorge. 7-day numbers. The big storm tonight, 31 today, 26 tonight. Tomorrow during the day, it's snow showers, 32. The third system comes in Sunday, more like evening overnight. That may get up to 35 degrees and be rain overnight, but it could be snow for a third system, and then eventually all warm next week. Right now, next Wednesday looks to be our next completely dry day. Back to you.
Phew. All right. Thank you, Rod.
There were cars stacked on top of cars. Who knows what's safe to climb up there? I mean, but you could just hear them yelling, but nobody could do anything.
Oh, that is just brutal. Ice causing this quarter-mile pileup on a Texas interstate. We'll go to Fort Worth next. Also, it's been several months since Oregon's devastating wildfires. They destroyed millions of acres of trees. Now you have a chance to make a difference and help restore the forests. KGW is teaming up with Oregon Parks Forever to plant trees. Our goal, planting 1 million trees. Just text the word tree to 91999 or visit replantoregon.org. $1 plants 1 tree. And this week, IQ Credit Union will match all of your donations.
It's the President's Day event at DeWitt, Portland's appliance experts.
Winter driving is here, so carry an emergency kit. Include an ice scraper, a flashlight and extra batteries, rags to wipe your windshield, flares, chains, and a first aid kit. Stay safe by following KGW wherever you get news.
You thought you were the only ones who'd go someplace just because you liked the name of the town. The only ones who didn't just want to see the world, but needed to explore every corner of it. You thought you were the only ones until you discovered others just like you. Jeep Cherokee, there's only one.
Now get 0% financing for 84 months on 2021 Jeep Compass, Renegade, and select Cherokee models. Plus, get no additional charge maintenance with the Jeep Wave Customer Care Program.
Providence Wellness Watch from Providence Heart Institute on care for heart failure.
There are more treatments for heart failure now than we've ever had before. Heart failure refers to a condition where the heart isn't able to effectively pump blood to the body. The Providence Heart Transplant Program represents one treatment option that we have for patients with heart failure. Someone might require a heart transplant if they have had progressive symptoms and worsening heart function despite all of the standard therapies. It really is the most amazing gift that we can give through the generosity and love of the donor families. We are striving to deliver the best care for heart failure patients, including heart transplant, that we can. Anything we can do to help people have a better quality of life, we want to do.
Learn more about the Providence Heart Failure Program and heart transplants at providenceoregon.org/heartfailure.
People were just on their way to work yesterday morning when a deadly chain reaction crash happened near downtown Fort Worth. The wreckage, I mean, look at that. It stretched for a quarter mile and involved 130 cars and big rigs.
That is, oh my goodness, wow. Well, some first responders say it was the worst crash they have ever responded to. Matt Howerton has more on the heartbreaking scenes.
In life, we try to prepare for the unexpected. Accidents,
Our hearts are very heavy right now.
they happen.
The scene we saw today is one really unlike one probably any of us have ever seen, and one we pray to God we never see again.
But very few were ready to see this in Fort Worth Thursday.
MedStar, we need every available ambulance you have on that North Freeway.
It was 6 a.m. when radio traffic flooded MedStar Health. The southbound express lane on I-35 West turned into a mass casualty incident. A 133-car pileup across a half-mile stretch. Below freezing temperatures and precipitation.
At this point in the investigation, which is still very preliminary, that ice was a factor.
Sent drivers into one another. Some walked away, some were trapped, some pronounced dead at the scene. 6 in all have been killed so far.
All the family and loved ones of those who are affected, we feel your pain.
Paramedics raced to get here. 36 total patients were transported to area hospitals right away, while 29 later sought medical treatment elsewhere on their own. As crews worked through the night, Mayor Betsy Price asked for prayers from North Texas.
But let's think about those involved and how we can all respond in typical Fort Worth fashion.
North Tarrant Express, part of Texpress Lanes, oversees this road. It collects tolls and does maintenance. It told WFAA it treated this area Tuesday and has been spot treating since then. Fort Worth police will be looking closely at that as cleanup continues. In Fort Worth, I'm Matt Howard.
That was unbelievable, terrible to see there in Texas. We want to get back to our local roadways here this morning. This is a look from Drive 8. They're on Johnson Creek Boulevard, our crew is, and they're going to give us an update on roads in Clackamas County when we come back here in our 5:30 half hour. In fact, we have complete weather coverage, teams spread out all throughout the area, and Rod Hill will join us here in just a few minutes as well with today's Friday forecast.
COVID-19 variants. Stay connected. FM News 101, KXL.
The Hyundai Elantra was named the 2021 North American Car of the Year. Winning the industry's most prestigious award is a pretty big deal, so we're going big with the celebration too. At the Hyundai Big Deal event, you'll get huge deals on our entire lineup of cars and SUVs, including the award-winning Elantra. So hurry in today, because this celebration is just too big to miss.
Get 0.9% APR for 60 months on the Kona, or get up to $3,000 in total savings. See your Pacific Northwest Hyundai dealer.
Be bold. Get cold. It's time to plunge yourself. The Polar Plunge is going virtual. It's a great way to support the Special Olympic athletes all over the state. This February, take the Polar Plunge. Go for a Polar Fun Run, walk, and roll, and become a Super Plunger hero from the safety of your own home. Choose your virtual event, create or join a team, and share the fun by going social. Join us today at plungeoregon.org.
Still your best friend, and now your co-pilot. Still the workday, just the night shift. Still home sweet home, just more mobile. Still hard work, just a little easier. The Chevy Silverado, making life's journey just better.
Get a total value of $5,000 on this Silverado Crew Cab pickup. Plus, eligible GM card members can use an additional $1,000 in bonus earnings toward their purchase. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Want to save hundreds on your wireless bill? With Xfinity Mobile, you can. How about saving hundreds on the new Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra 5G? You can do that too. All on the most reliable network? Sure thing. And with fast nationwide 5G included at no extra cost, we've got you covered. So join the carrier rated #1 in customer satisfaction. And get a new Samsung Galaxy starting at $17 a month. Learn more at XfinityMobile.com or visit your local Xfinity store today.
Wake up, check your texts, Facebook alerts, then get your daily dose of energy and info with KGW's 3 Things to Know newsletter. Face your day plugged in. Go to kgw.com/email to sign up now.
This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Well, this is what you're waking up to this morning. Snow. We can give you a live look from Drive 8. They have been out and about. Lots of packed snow and ice on the roads. Coming up in just a few minutes, we will talk to Peabot to get an update on Portland roads.
That guy was going fast.
Yeah, I know. There are some people out here who are not kind of reducing speeds. If you can work from home today, please do it. Fewer drivers will definitely leave more room for road crews to do their job.
Yeah, and we have crews throughout the area checking on conditions for you. But let's start with Rod Hill to kick off our team coverage this morning.
Yeah, just stepping in, checking the latest from the National Weather Service. The winter storm warning, if you're checking your phones and online for Portland, technically up right now only until noon today. But remember, we have a stronger system coming in tonight, so the Weather Service at some point this morning will be rewriting and reissuing storm warnings that will extend through a good chunk of your weekend, at least through tomorrow. Here's the stronger system offshore. That will bring hours of steady snow for Portland this evening into tomorrow morning. That could be 8 inches of good old-fashioned snowstorm activity. You folks in Salem, there's a significant risk that could be mainly sleet or freezing rain tonight. That would be a big problem. Right now, we're actually pretty quiet. Radar shows some scattered icy mix of showers down around McMinnville, and right now between looks like Woodburn and down near Salem. Portland's actually dry, 29 degrees. Pretty quiet this morning. Snow showers pick up this afternoon, maybe another inch or two by 5 p.m. and then the steady, heavier snow comes in tonight. Notice daytime temperatures stay generally below freezing today. Back to you.
All right, Rod, thank you so much. Let's take a round-robin look at some of the big areas around town on the roads. This is a look at I-5, at the 217 flyover in Lake Oswego. This is a notoriously slick spot normally. Yep. Looking clear to West Lynn now. That's not West Lynn. We went too fast. Okay, there's West Lynn. 205 at Stafford Road. There are not a lot of cars on the road. That is good. And up to Northwest Portland Highway 30 at Nikolai, which is where we just were. Things move in smoothly also in the Vancouver area.
If it makes you feel any better, Nina, I live in West Lynn, and I could not tell if that was or was not West Lynn. Good job there on the traffic cameras. Maggie Vespa is joining us again. So, Maggie, it was about an hour ago to the minute when we saw you in Clark County. Now you're on West Burnside, so I'm curious about the motivation behind the move there.
You know, I don't know. It's sort of like self-loathing and just really wanting to make our mornings more difficult. It's funny, when you're out in an area that's like not that impacted and you tell your producer like, it's not bad out here. It's really, what that translates to is it's not that exciting. It's not great TV. So then you go to a worse area, and every time you're like, why did I do that? Why did I tell them? But you know what? We're honest, and I'm being punished for it, quite frankly. No, so we're on West Burnside. I'm going to wrap that up. We're on West Burnside near Skyline. I mean, West Hills, right? This is predictably what we expect to see up here, and it's pretty bad. We had to take it much slower. We've seen, actually, I think one plow out here so far, but it's still, the snow is still coming down. And the roads, definitely, it's going to be tough for drivers out here. So again, to kind of echo what you guys said earlier, if you can work from home today, absolutely do it, especially if you're in this area. I also want to show you the other reason we came here is because of the power outages. And I think we have PG&E's power outage map that we can pull up. I kind of made a joke earlier. We're in like a bit of a Bermuda Triangle as far as active outages are concerned. And we had a rep from PG&E on. Close to 2,000 people, just their customers alone, a lot of them in Multnomah County, but some in like Clackamas and Marion counties as well, are experiencing power outages this morning, mostly because of downed trees, some because of car accidents that have taken out lines. At this moment, it looks like a lot of those restoration times are coming in before noon, which is good news. But again, we do have that second system moving in. So PG&E and officials and public safety officials asking everyone to be prepared, kind of go out and get whatever food and supplies you would need in case you do lose power, especially with this second system moving in. So again, the immediate concern, if you're in this area, is the roads. If you can stay home, definitely do it. This is way worse than Clark County, absolutely. And also I-5 in Oregon is definitely more of a mess in Oregon than it was in Washington. So kind of a tale of two live shots, guys, and I'm questioning a lot of choices that brought me to this location, but here we are. Back to you.
You definitely drew the short straw this morning, but we are happy to have you, my friend. Thank you.
I did it to myself.
Well, right now there are several road closures throughout the area. So let's check in with PBOT. We have John Brady on the phone right now. And John, good morning. First of all, we appreciate your time. One of the big trouble spots last night was Northeast Halsey, right? How are things looking there this morning? John, can you hear me? Producer, tell me, is John Brady on the line?
Hear him say, oh, here he comes. Shot him.
Oh, maybe not.
I'm not hearing anything from the booth.
I'm here.
Oh, John's there. Here he is.
All right, John Brady, it's Brenda. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay,
Yes.
awesome. You know, live TV, technical stuff. I mean, it's a wonder we don't have more problems, but we're happy to have you now. I was mentioning Northeast Halsey and how many trouble spots we saw there last night along that stretch of highway or street. How are things right now?
Right. So we had two stretches that are closed there, one from 80th to 84th, and then again from 92nd to 100th. So those two stretches are still closed. That's the most significant closure, I would say, in the city. There are a couple of smaller streets that are icy, but in general, the roads are open.
Okay, that is good news. We have another storm, though, coming tonight. That one's set to be even bigger. What are you guys doing to prepare for that?
Right. So I think today, in between the storms, we'll be pre-treating the roads with salt and de-icer when that's appropriate, and then we'll have our plows out and ready to put the blades down as soon as we start to get accumulation, so we can move that snow off the road.
All right, I'm crossing my fingers for you because you guys do a great job. I know you're working hard. John Brady with the Portland Bureau of Transportation, thank you so much this morning.
Thank you.
Well, you know, one spot we always head out to during live coverage is Troutdale. The exit right there at the truck stop, Love's Truck Stop along I-84, is where ODOT usually closes the interstate if things were to get too dangerous to drive through the gorge. That's not the case right now. But we do have a live crew out there this morning. We're going to check in with them in our next half hour. But let's go further out into the gorge to Hood River. Catherine Cook is staying out there to check on conditions and see how people are feeling about the storm.
The weather here in Hood River is holding steady. A lot of snow and cold temperatures, but definitely not the blizzard-like conditions in other parts of the gorge tonight. Behind me, you can see I-84 is practically empty. The cars and trucks we do see going by are not having any trouble at all. But again, in other parts, a much different story. A lot of crashes, according to sheriff's deputies. Definitely some more snow expected in this area soon. And if folks we talk to get their way, there will be a lot of it.
I've seen a lot worse in trying to go up and down to the mountain. I hope we get a lot of snow because I like to ski.
It's kind of nature's way of telling us to slow down, that's for sure.
To stay home and enjoy it, have some hot chocolate, don't go on the roads.
Staying off the roads, specifically I-84, is exactly what sheriff's deputies are asking people to do. Parts of the gorge had so many accidents that the wait for a tow was upwards of 3 hours. In Hood River, Catherine Cook, KGW News.
All right, let's jump over to Southwest Washington now. Snow, we can tell you, is already disrupting what is limited in-person learning in schools there. In Woodland, elementary kids were sent home early yesterday, and we already know that school for those kids is canceled today. Washougal schools closed today as well. We're still waiting to hear word from the Camas School District. They have not made a call one way or the other yet, but they did cancel classes yesterday.
So depending on where you look out your window, it might look very different in Camas. And so our community understands that, though, and they recognize that the hills are, they can get really dicey, and nobody wants kids out driving or walking on those if we can prevent it.
You probably already noticed we have a full list of closures and delays running right now at the bottom of your screen.
When the snow hits, everyone goes and stocks up at the grocery store. So if you went to the store at some point in the last couple of days, you might have seen a few empty shelves.
Oh, we did pickup. We never went into the store. They brought it to us. But, it is the running joke, right? Grab the kale. We talked to a lot of people yesterday who were making sure that they had their pantry stocked just in case they weren't able to leave the house. Some of them grabbed the essentials like milk and bread and eggs. Others went for those pre-made meals.
I'm lazy and I'm coming in to get all their great entrees that are already done. How about lobster mac and cheese? How does that do it for you? Pretty good, and they'll have some barbecued ribs, they'll have made-up salads.
Okay, we bought Cheerios. We did it wrong.
Well, you bought the honey nut, let's be honest.
Yeah, I did. I sent you the picture of the back of my rig just filled with bags. You know who else is busy? These guys, the florists. We spoke with one florist who says he is doing all he can to keep up with demand for flowers, with Valentine's Day coming up on Sunday. Oh man, a snowstorm and a fight with your honey because, geez, you didn't bring the flowers? That's no good. You know, here at the station, who's very, very busy? Mr. Rod Hill. He's back in the Weather Center this morning.
I am the husband that went, oh my gosh, Valentine's Day's this Sunday. I'm working all weekend. Are you kidding me? Okay. Hey, Catherine was out in the gorge giving us the report that she filed, and here are the latest Odot cameras. This is Multnomah Falls. You can't see it very well, but that's total snow cover in the parking lot. Partial snow cover, Cascade Locks on I-84, completely snow covered here. US 197 to 84 out in the Dalles. The early morning numbers out in the gorge are generally running 22, 24 degrees, and that is a very slow going interstate, it looks to me like, this morning. All right, here we go. The big event is not really today that we're tracking. It's this next storm system. You can see it right here. It will come in overnight tonight. Right now, Portland's dry. We have a mix, the salmon color is a mix of icy precipitation showing up as some light showers, especially down around, looks like Woodburn's right on the edge of that, and then down into Salem right now where it's dry. So during the day today, pretty quiet really. This morning, some light snow showers, no big deal. Snow will pick up a bit this afternoon, and that could give us 1 to 2 inches of new snow on top of the 1 to 2 we have on the ground through 5 p.m. Then this evening, that next system, this is a big one, steady heavy snow all night. Boy, if that happens, we get 8 inches of snow here in Portland, and there will be some spots pick up a little bit of a sleet ice accumulation as well. Different world down in Salem. Now, we've changed your forecast. You are below freezing right now. We think you stay around 32 today, and you'll be in the upper 20s tonight. So for Salem, daytime icy mix of showers. Tonight, there's reason to believe it could be mostly freezing rain and sleet for you. That would lead to an inch of ice accumulation on trees and power lines. That could be a big problem. That would be an all-out ice storm. We think that is a possibility. Notice this forecast model. I mean, yeah, it puts out some nice snow numbers for Portland, Forest Grove, Battleground, and Kelso, 8, 9, 10 inches. But more importantly, it kind of outlines the snow areas. So you get south of the colors down in Salem, this would be mostly ice if that forecast model is correct. Real quick, your morning numbers. Newport, good morning. 37, you're above freezing. Congratulations. The rest of us are not. Salem, Portland, each at 29 degrees, 23 out in the Dalles. Still looks like Portland won't get much above freezing, if at all, until we get into Sunday. There's a third system Sunday night. And that's when we're not sure if that transitions to rain or if it's more snow and ice and then eventually all warm next week. I tell you what, if you live in Salem, prepare what you need to. Power outages almost always come with ice storms, and keep updated because that chance of a significant ice storm is a real winter danger for you folks in Marion County tonight.
Yeah, the ice is the worst part. All right, Ron, thank you. We'll check in with you again soon. There is a major effort underway to get pharmacies involved in giving out the COVID vaccine. Coming up next, the work still ahead to get chain and local pharmacies ready to go.
It's the President's Day event at DeWitt, Portland's appliance experts.
Hey, Dan. I'm Kat. Most local news is all about fear. The story, it's actually informative in a hopeful sort of way. He feels like a friend that is able to give me the inside scoop, and I can make up my own mind.
At Chewy, we know it's important for your pet to feel their best inside and out. That's why we have everything you need to pamper them at a great price. So you can save on their favorite shampoo to keep them squeaky clean, or squeaky toys to make bath time more fun. And for fresh cuts, we've got grooming tools for every kind of pet. From clean teeth to fresh breath. Chewy's got it all to keep your pet looking good and feeling good. Delivered right to your door. Save 30% on your first auto ship order. Visit Chewy.com today.
Mattress World Northwest makes shopping easy with the largest selection of name brand mattresses in the Northwest. This President's Day, get a free head and foot up adjustable base with the purchase of select mattresses starting at just $6.99. Only at Mattress World Northwest.
It's my 410, no excuses on game day, migraine medicine. It's Ubrelvy for any time, anywhere migraine strikes without worrying if it's too late or where I am. One dose of Ubrelvy works fast. It can quickly stop my migraine in its tracks within 2 hours, relieving pain and debilitating symptoms.
Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Most common side effects were nausea and tiredness.
Migraine hits hard. Hit back with Ubrelvy, the anytime, anywhere migraine medicine.
Look at you, making progress, drinking silk, doing laps, getting pruny in the name of Wait, why is he here? Stop butterflying, Michael. This is Greg's story. This is Greg's pool. Greg is making progress, and progress is perfection.
We pledge allegiance to the people of the Pacific Northwest of America and to the things in which they love, like hiking, biking, big hat liking. So ride down that mountain, rent that Rambler, wave to that log, use huge scissors, learn to park that giant new car, and let the good times roll, baby. This is our promise to you. Worry less, live more with Pemco Insurance, defender of your Northwest.
Local pharmacies have a lot of new work ahead of them as they join the COVID vaccine rollout.
So that extra work means they could definitely use some extra help. Galen Etlin gives us a look this morning at where that help is coming from.
25,000 text messages went out Wednesday to Americans waiting for a COVID vaccine.
Meeting the patients where they need to be met or where they want to be met.
Dr. Colin Banis is chief medical officer of the company behind it, Dr. First. He says at the beginning of the pandemic,
pivotal is a perfect word.
Lacking technology took off.
We just accelerated 10 years in 10 weeks in terms of telehealth.
Dr. First partners with hospitals, medical offices, and pharmacies to send people automated notifications through its service Backline. Those include COVID test results and now alerts to people who are eligible for the vaccine.
Being able to mass notify people and funnel them into the right direction using automation really does free up that manpower to go do the high-touch needs of patient care.
Dr. First can tell who opens messages and who doesn't. That means someone with less access to technology will get a direct call.
Reducing the burden by automating things that lend themselves to it.
Oregon State Professor Joseph Agor says extra help is needed to free up pharmacy staff as they join the federal vaccination effort.
They're doubling the amount of work for people without doubling the amount of help.
What sort of supports would be helpful to, say, a small pharmacy that's on this list to start receiving COVID-19 vaccines soon?
Additional manpower is always helpful. Like, I can't administer a vaccine, right, but I can most certainly help in documenting data.
He's pushing for volunteers or supplemental staff to help with administrative work, like tracking vaccine side effects or scheduling second doses. That and automation can help pharmacists tend to regular patients and those getting vaccinated.
It's a way to break down those barriers and deliver safe care.
Most local pharmacies still do not have available appointments, but should starting in the next few days. We have links for you on KGW.com. Galen Etlin, KGW News.
Okay, let's talk snow again. And we know there are a lot of new people to our area in the last few years. And some of you may be saying, what is the big deal? I am used to it where I'm from. Or I'm from Florida, I'm freaked out. So we put together a handy beginner's guide to Portland snow, and Matt Zaffino answered all the questions we had, like which areas get hit the hardest? Will your rain boots work in the snow? Do you need snow tires versus chains? And what exactly is freezing rain? And why does the city shut down in the snow? Lots of good questions and good answers. You can check that out right now on KGW.com. We can never be too prepared when it comes to this kind of weather.
So it is definitely worth taking a minute here, Nina, to talk about the things we should all have in our car before we head out in any kind of winter weather. So here they are. AAA suggests you have a flashlight with extra batteries in it. They suggest you have a first aid kit in your car, water, also a blanket and an extra set of clothes, some non-perishable food items, and of course, you want those tire chains. Nina just mentioned those a moment ago. Doesn't hurt to have an ice scraper and a snow brush as well.
I have a warm coat and the AAA number. I am definitely a do as I say girl instead of do as I do. I'll try and do better. Rod is standing by right now. We're looking at that live picture from Timberline this morning where they're going to be measuring the snow in what, feet?
Yeah, so they picked up 9 yesterday through this morning, 9 inches. But they easily get a foot, and it could be more like 2 feet of snow from that system that comes in tonight into tomorrow morning. Going to be very difficult traveling really across our entire state tomorrow morning and certainly later tonight as well. All right, this is a mosaic of ice on the camera lens at the Wells Fargo building. It's 29 degrees, so there's Exhibit A that it's cold and icy outside, right? Generally, it turned out to be 1 to 2 inches of snow across the area. When I say across the area, that seems to be pretty uniform from Cowlitz County, Kelso, Longview, good morning, down through Clark County, good morning, Battleground, into Multnomah County, out toward Hillsborough, good morning, and also over on the east side, good morning, Gresham. Boy, I tell you what, I love cameras at car lots because they have lots of lights. So you can see some snow on the ground out in Gresham. This is Gresham Subaru out off of Powell. Doesn't look like much. Against windy out there, so the snow's really been blowing around. It makes it look more like just a dusting. East Multnomah County continuing to see generally 30-mile-per-hour east wind gusts during the day today. Here's the weather map. So today it's kind of the in-between day. It's mostly snow shower activity. Some areas will pick up a few inches of snow. Notice Newport 46 today, but Astoria only 32. So freezing mix of what could be some ice or snow in Astoria tonight. Newport will stay in the 40s tonight. That's a big difference north to Central Beaches. Salem, this shows 31-32 degrees today. You'll be, we think, mainly looking at an ice threat tonight. Your temperature dipping back down to the upper 20s. And then there's some snow showers out east today where it's chilly. In Central Oregon, Madras only 17. So Bend, mainly dry today with some flurries, and then they get 6 inches out of this tonight. You folks in the Dalles, 3 to 6 tonight. Baker County gets about 6 inches of snow tonight into tomorrow morning as well. And then the Gorge, you really ought to get a foot tonight through Saturday morning with that snow coming into Hood River. Portland 31 today, the big snowstorm tonight. Snow showers behind the front, 32 tomorrow. Sunday quiet in the morning. Precipitation picks up later in the day. If we get above freezing, that could be rain Sunday night. If we don't, it would be ice or snow. And then finally warm next week, it looks like right now.
We'll be ready for it. Thank you, Rod. So as you head out, if you have to, we want to give you a little check on traffic. This is I-205 at Stark. Traffic is light, thank goodness, but I'm telling you, this is my commute, and you can't really see the lines in some places, so take it slow. On the west side, Highway 26 at Cedar Hills, again, traffic is light. Roads are snow-covered. We also have a view from TV Highway at Murray Boulevard. Can't see much there because of all the melting snow on our camera lens. And then finally this morning, I-5 South at the I-205 interchange. Both directions, traffic is light, and that's the best advice from ODOT. If you don't have to travel this morning, don't. We're back in 2 minutes.
Leif's Auto Collision Centers, the finest in collision repair.
Next, Ellen. People, I'm in charge today. Guest host Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood, plus Russell Wilson, and we level up with Sierra. I could have done that.
Today at 3 on KGW. Cleaning your gutter system is a never-ending project, and overflowing gutters can cause permanent damage to your home. Spring Rock Gutter Guards are the smart solution to gutter maintenance. Our gutter guards are made from an extruded aluminum frame with stainless steel micro mesh and can be installed on your existing gutters. They are designed to keep all debris out of your gutter system forever. We include a full gutter cleaning and tune-up before we install your Spring Rock Gutter Guards. Call today and save 20%.
So you're a small business, or a big one. You were thriving. But then, okay, plan, pivot. How do you bounce back? You don't. You bounce forward with serious and reliable internet, powered by the largest gig speed network in America. But is it secure? Sure, it's secure. And even if the power goes down, your connection doesn't.
So how do I do this?
You don't do this. We do this together. Bounce forward with Comcast Business.
So, what should we do today?
Should we just go see a movie?
Yes. I'm always up for a good movie.
Go Rogue in the all-new fiercely reimagined Nissan Rogue. Get a low $229 per month lease on Rogue, or get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 13 models.
Welcome back to Sunrise on this Friday morning. With temperatures now at or below freezing, there is a church in Vancouver that's offering up a warm place for people to stay. It's Living Hope Church. It opened up its overnight warming shelter, and this is at the church's Live Love Center right there on Northeast Andreessen Road. So the church could still use some help gathering together basic items like bottled water and hand warmers. If you can make those donations, they would greatly and gladly accept them. All right, let's take a moment right now to check out some neighborhoods around the area because lots of viewers chiming in with what's happening in their neck of the woods, including Brandon Bachman, who sent us these photos. You see the snow there. Some freezing rain also fell there in Northeast Portland yesterday, according to Mr. Bachman. Then we had viewer Keith. He sent us this picture. That is his car, completely frozen over yesterday. And that was before the sunset, right? So lots of freezing rain in many parts of the area yesterday, late afternoon, early evening. One more, a video from Tara. She sent this to us from Southwest Portland. Some really pretty snowfall right there. But as you look closely, you can see in the background some of these trees start to blow around there. The wind was definitely whipping around in many parts of the area yesterday. We want to see what it looks like in your neighborhood, so text us your videos, text us your pictures. That's the number to use, 503-226-5088.
Having the new MyWW Plus to help me through this crazy time has been amazing. It has given me such a sense of control.
The program puts everything you need for overall wellness all in one place.
You don't have to give up your life to lose weight. You can still eat the foods that you love.
I've lost over 90 pounds and I feel the best that I've ever felt.
Why wait to feel better? Your time is now.
The new MyWW Plus. More holistic, more personalized, more weight loss. WW. Weight Watchers reimagined. Join now, pay later. Get your first 3 months free. Ends February 15th.
Did you know the source of odor in your home could be all your soft surfaces? Odors get trapped in your home's fabrics and resurface over time. Febreze Fabric Refresher eliminates odors. Its water-based formula safely penetrates fabrics where odors hide. Spray it on your rugs, your curtains, your furniture, all over your home to make it part of your tidying up routine. Febreze Fabric Refresher for an all-over freshness you'll love.
Mattress World Northwest makes shopping easy with the largest selection of name brand mattresses in the Northwest. This President's Day, get a free head and foot up adjustable base with the purchase of select mattresses starting at just $6.99. Only at Mattress World Northwest.
They're trailblazers who've broken barriers. Monday, Craig talks to leaders of the nation's first black church.
It is a church as old as the Republic itself. We just didn't know the history of it.
Uncovering the lost secrets of colonial Williamsburg. Monday on Today.
For severe weather alerts, download the KGW app now.
All right, we're talking Blazers now. They hosted the Philadelphia 76ers last night and beat them. Drew's Sixers, he stayed up late to watch this. The best record in the East. Portland rocked those new City Edition uniforms for the first time, paying an homage to the state and honoring tribal nations. It was a close one. Carmelo Anthony had 24 points.
Optimism to me is a survival skill. It is essential, especially in 2020. There's such a thing as learned optimism. In the same way, there's something called learned helplessness. When we lean into behaviors and practices that build optimism, we are acquiring a life skill that can help us into the future. It goes back to that human spirit. There's something within us that is a light that we can share with others. And as long as we don't lose that, I think anything is possible.
100 years ago, many women across the nation won the right to vote. The Oregon Historical Society commemorates the brave activists who fought for women's suffrage in a new original exhibit. Nevertheless, they persisted. Women's voting rights and the 19th Amendment. Through original artifacts and documents, visitors will explore the complex history of voting rights in Oregon and across the nation. Nevertheless, they persisted. At the Oregon Historical Society, now through August 15th, 2021. Free admission every day to Multnomah County residents.
The garage door is America's new front door.
It's kind of one of those things that I personally take pride in, with making sure that the people make the right decision.
Precision is an excellent company. We had an idea of what we wanted, but we weren't sure exactly how to put it together. And when we drive up and we look at those doors, that's like everything. We highly recommend Precision.
Whether it's a broken spring or a new door, we've got the metro area covered.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Fun stuff goes into your vehicle every season of the year. But so does some really messy stuff. you need complete year-round protection, like laser-measured cargo liners from WeatherTech. Or the bump step to protect your bumper. Add laser-measured floor liners to keep the carpet looking new, while the cup phone keeps your phone secure. So don't let the elements spoil your fun. Order your American-made products at WeatherTech.com.
Last summer, more than 1 million acres were devastated by wildfires, right here in Oregon, destroying trees that make this place we love so special. You can help regrow our forests. Give trees. Donate today at replantoregon.org. Every dollar you donate plants a tree. Help us to get to our goal of 1 million trees.
Next at 6, the first wave of snow and ice hit the Portland metro area and into the gorge. What to expect on the roads this morning and into the weekend.
This is really all hands on deck at this point.
Then the weather forces COVID vaccination cancellations. The latest on the rollout and what happens to the scheduled doses. Plus, schools adjust to the winter weather as kids look forward to a white weekend.
Go sledding, build snowmans, what I'm really looking forward to, and then do a snowball fight.
KGW News at Sunrise starts right now.
My daughter saw the footage of that girl last night and was instantly upset that she didn't have a Frozen mask. So now I have to go out and find a little Frozen children's mask. Okay. I know, that's what, yeah, you don't get whatever you want. Okay, good morning. If you are just waking up and you haven't peeked out the window, it is kind of like Christmas morning. Everyone has about 1 to 2 inches of snow. This is a live look at Highway 26 at Sylvan, where things are kind of clearing up. And over on the east side, I-84 in Gresham at 181st, you see all that snow and ice there on the road.
Christmas morning. Are we getting presents this morning? Will there be presents this morning on Sunrise? Hey, Rod,
yes.
Yesterday at this time, you were really setting us up for a 3-round bout with winter weather.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe we're on the back end of round 1. Is that right?
That is correct. 1 to 2 last night. We have the bigger storm, the biggest one, coming in tonight that could just, quite frankly, dump 8 inches of snow right smack dab over downtown Portland. But on the other side of the coin, has the potential to bring mostly sleet or freezing rain tonight for you folks in Marion County. So we're watching tonight's storm very closely. Here it is on the satellite. We will see mainly just some flurries or frivolous showers around this morning. We are seeing this mix of light icy showers been showing up on the radar for a while over parts of the area south of Portland. But generally this morning's pretty quiet. Temperatures are freezing, 29 in downtown right now. Salem, good morning. You are freezing as well. 29 degrees is your number. Look for the snow to pick up this afternoon, maybe a couple inches here in the Rose City by 5 p.m. of new, 30 at noon, 30 at 5 p.m. And then this evening through early tomorrow morning, if it snows for 8 solid hours at a pretty good clip, I don't know how that wouldn't dump at least 8 inches of snow. That's what I expect for Portland.
All right, Rod, thank you so much. We want to get to a list of closures for schools and school updates. We have the whole thing on KGW.com being constantly updated and scrolling at the bottom of your screen. But Portland Public Schools are online only today. The buildings are closed to in-person. Westland, Wilsonville, Lake Oswego school districts will be online only as well. In Clark County, Vancouver schools, they are completely closed, not even doing online. But Evergreen students will do their work from home. There are just a few of the changes so far. Again, we have the full list scrolling at the bottom of your screen and at our website.
Well, if I-84 through the gorge gets too dangerous, Odot typically closes right there at the Troutdale exit. That's why we want to check in with Devin Haskins. He's joining us live at that spot this morning. Devin.
It's cold out here. The snow, or with whatever you want to call it, ice pellets. It feels like I'm on the beach and sand is pelting me in the face. I mean, I'm sure I need to exfoliate, but at 4 o'clock in the 6 o'clock in the morning? Holy cow, this is cold. Anyways, all this snow and ice that came down obviously blanketed the roads, blanketed the area. And this morning as we were heading out here, we took some video driving out here near the Park Rose area on 84 heading towards Troutdale. You can take a look. just the freeway is just covered completely in snow. It's one of those, hey, drive slow and steady kind of drives if you have to even get out here, especially as you head out into the gorge. You know, I was out here yesterday afternoon and we went as far as Bridal Veil, and the wind was just whipping around and practically knocking me off my feet. It was so bad as the storm came in, it was creating poor visibility. And last night, the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office said on Twitter they had responded to multiple crashes on 84 in the gorge for that reason. The tweet said tow companies were giving them 3-hour ETAs. Now, while the snow can make driving tricky and sometimes dangerous, we talked with a truck driver that hopes he won't have to drive through the gorge.
I hope it snows about 3 feet, then I'll stay here. I'll stay right here and watch it until it melts. I did it 7 years ago when they had the big snowstorm here. I sat in 3 days until it melted off. I won't go nowhere. That's about the smartest thing to do.
That is about the best thing you can do, and I hope to gosh that we do not get 3 feet of snow. I mean, I like snow, and I want my kids to have a school day today, and I'm happy for them, but oh man. So how does the ODOT decide when to close the freeway? Well, it comes down to the conditions on the freeway and how drivers handle that. And again, I know I've said this before, but it's the ODOT gorge professionals that dictate when the gorge closes down. So good on them.
Devin, that's an excellent report. The only thing, the wind is rather loud there. If you wouldn't mind turning it down the next time so we could, hear you more clearly. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Here we go. Put up a little wind gauge.
Oh my goodness, there Devin, thanks for taking one for the team this morning. So he's there in Troutdale. We actually had a crew last night, not too far from that spot, checking out a few of the slick spots on Portland's east side. PBOT closed Northeast Halsey from 92nd to 100th Avenue, and that's where our crew ran into that fella you just saw a moment ago, Paul Barton. There he is again. Sort of an unassuming fella, but the fact of the matter is this: when people needed help, Paul Barton was there.
People don't know how to drive on it, and a lot of people were just going too fast, and we did almost have one rear-end collision here, but he was able to get around the truck without hitting it.
I barely know Paul, but I feel like he's not one to brag. I'm going to brag for him. You're doing a good job out there, Paul Barton. We also know some conditions really this morning. Still slick, still dangerous in some spots. We're definitely telling people to watch out. We know deputies shut down Northeast 238th, south of I-84 for a bit last night because there were so many people spinning out. So again, be careful this morning.
Yeah. ODOT is keeping a close eye, of course, on area roads. They have more than 200 maintenance workers on 12-hour shifts trying to clear everything right now. This is a live picture of I-5 at Columbia Boulevard in North Portland that they maintain. And look at the roadway getting pretty clear. The more cars and kind of vehicles with chains that drive over that. That is great news. Let's check in live with Bryant Clerkley in Drive 8. You guys have been tooling around town with a check of our roads. Where are you this morning?
Well, good morning, Nina. We are on Johnson Creek Boulevard. This is near Clackamas County. It's a very steep road. Let me show everyone what's going on right now. All right, perfect. So you guys can see some of these stalled cars out here right now. There doesn't look to be anyone in the cars, so maybe they walked home. They couldn't make it all the way up the hill. It seems pretty slick. There's not a lot of snow coverage on this road right now, but it seems like some of the drivers were having some issues. So you just want to be really careful if you're going up Johnson Creek Boulevard and drive slowly. That's the main thing right now. And with some of these closures that Drew had mentioned, Halsey is also closed from Northeast 80th to 84th because of icy conditions, and Gilham is closed from East Burnside to Northeast Davis Street. And in Washington County, chains are required in these areas: 175th between Shoals Ferry and Riggard Roads, Barnes Road at 118th to the county line, and Cornell Road from Cedar Hill Boulevard to the county line. So we've been driving around all morning. You want to be careful going on I-5 headed north, because on some of those roads you cannot see the lane, so you have to be really careful. But we're going to keep monitoring everything here, and we're going to keep everyone posted and updated. We're just going to keep driving around and looking at the conditions. Back to you guys.
All right, stay safe. We appreciate it. Thank you. TriMet is busy too, making sure that MAX trains are ready for that snow and ice.
We are prepared to run trains overnight if needed, which will help keep the overhead wires clear of ice. Max does very well in the snow. Ice, I think, as it does with all of us, poses greater challenges.
Many of those buses have the drop-down chains, super handy because drivers don't have to stop to put them on. Everything's automatic. If the snow, though, really starts to pile up, TriMet tells us it will stop and put heavy-duty chains on all of its buses. But remember, riders, once the buses have chains on, they are super slow. They can't go more than 25 miles an hour.
All right, let's get a look at what it's been like around our area. This is my favorite part, when you guys send us your photos. This is snow on the ground in Salmon Creek off of the 139th and 10th area. Looking good. And Dale texted another to us. Looks like they got a little light dusting. He is in Salem, where we were kind of wondering, would it be all ice or a little snow? It looks like both. So we want to see what it looks like in your neighborhood. Help us out. Text us your pictures, 503-226-5088.
All right, before we get to Rod's full forecast here, we do want to talk about the COVID vaccine rollout because weather is going to impact that here the next few days. For starters, the mass vaccination site, or the mass vaccination site, I should say, at the Oregon Convention Center, it's going to be closed today. Here's the deal. If you had an appointment there, we're told you will be contacted so you can reschedule, so they'll contact you. Also, the drive-through clinics at the Portland Airport, Hillsborough Stadium, and Multnomah Pavilion on the OHSU campus, they're all canceled for the entire weekend. Viewers started asking a very good question. They started asking, what about all those doses that were set to be given out this weekend? Are they just going to go to waste now? Well, we found out the answer is no. We asked the question. The answer is no. We found out that those doses have not been thawed yet.
That is good news. Okay, let's take a live look outside again at our freeway shot in the beautiful Willamette River. Okay, Rod, we got about 1 to 2 inches depending on where you are, and now you've got the map for what's next.
Yes, 1 to 2 most areas, certainly from Longview down through Portland. We saw a little bit on the ground down in Salem. Right now, Salem at McNary Field, 28 degrees, a light freezing mist being reported. Salem, Portland also at 28, reporting some light snow right now. We'll see mostly light, showery precipitation. Mostly snow for Portland, but a mix in some areas this morning. And then precipitation will start to pick back up again this afternoon. Most areas still under some sort of a winter storm warning. That's where Portland is, and also Salem now included in that winter storm warning. Other areas under advisories for lesser amounts. And we still have the blizzard warning for the west end of the Columbia River Gorge, where yesterday the winds were 50 to 60 miles per hour between Corbett and especially at the Crown Point Vista House. You get into Troutdale down low, out of the gorge itself, of course, the winds have been more like east 30 to 32, 34 mile per hour gusts. All right, pretty quiet this morning, a mix of some light showery weather out there. Temperatures are freezing, everybody's slick. Here's our next storm. And remember, that's the big one. It comes in tonight into tomorrow morning. Temperatures currently, notice Newport 37. Going to stay fairly warm in Newport and Lincoln City. We think mostly just rain tonight. In fact, we think Lincoln City's at 40 tonight, for example. But Astoria tonight, you're at 31 right now. You will get a mix of some wintry weather tonight. And you can see the other temperatures. Cold spots Bend this morning at 12 degrees. All right, let's talk about Portland over the next 24 hours. This morning, light snow showers. That picks up a little bit this afternoon. Could be another 1 to 2 inches of snow this afternoon during the day accumulate. Then this evening, steady, heavy snow all night. Also, could be 8-inch sleet accumulations mixed in. Now, if it snows all night, I don't know how Portland wouldn't get 8 inches of snow. I think we do. I don't know how we wouldn't. All right, let's go down to Salem. Different story. Icy mix of showers today. Some forecast models give you folks really no snow tonight and all freezing rain or sleet. That would be an inch of icy accumulation. Power lines, trees coming down. That would be a real mess. That's Marion County tonight. We're keeping a close eye on that. All right, forecast model. This just shows you liquid precipitation, meaning what's available to produce snow, sleet, or whatever. Notice these amounts are all hefty. So there's certainly enough moisture if it's all snow to produce an 8-inch snowstorm, and if it's all ice to produce a significant ice storm. That's tonight. This model shows the snow zone with the 8+ inch amounts in Portland, Forest Grove, Kelso Battleground. Down here, Salem's not in the snow zone. That's the ice zone. So I love how that map outlines that for you. We get past tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's pretty quiet, just snow showers for Portland during the day. Then another system Sunday night into Monday's the one that will be more snow. Yikes! Or we could transition into rain, and that would be lovely. That's my forecast.
Wow, that steady snow is going to be something else. Rod, thank you for all that great information. Right now, we want to take you out, show you this Odot Cam. This is in the Fairview area, I-84 out near Gresham. If you're just waking up and getting going, we will check in with Odot to see how things are going in the rest of the area. Also, crossing the Columbia, Southwest Washington, getting some good news about reopening. Those stories and more straight ahead. But first, here's a look at this morning's ski report.
KGW Ski Report is brought to you by your Northwest Honda dealers.
Driving in winter weather can be dangerous, so is your car ready? Well, you can use this checklist. Keep your gas tank at least half full. Check your fluid levels. Make sure all your lights are working. Check your brakes. Inspect your tires. And stay safe by following KGW wherever you get news.
It's news when you want it, and it's on Instagram and Facebook. It's what's happening today with a look at your local headlines and weather. Weigh in, ask us questions, and vote. So we want to know, do you have your earthquake kit? Follow KGW on Instagram and Facebook.
Here in the Northwest, roof shingles don't last as long as they should. After 10 to 15 years, they start to lose their flexibility and need replaced. Replacing your composition shingle roof costs $4 to $7 a square foot. That's expensive, especially when a Roof Max treatment can save 80% of the existing shingle roofs for typically under $1 a square foot. Most treatments average $2,000. Call before Wednesday for a free assessment and $200 off your treatment. Call 503-ROOF-SAVE. That's 503-766-3728.
For the first time in Honda's history, Honda has 0% financing for 60 months on new SUVs and trucks. 0% for 60 months. That's 5 full years of zero interest. Search your local Honda dealer today.
Need help finding a Valentine's gift? Let the experts at Capital Pawn help you find that special gift for the one you love. Nothing is more personal than the gift of jewelry, and we'll help you find something in our incredible selection of sparkling Valentine's gifts. Whatever your budget is, big or small, you're sure to find something to light up their eyes. Or let us help you pick out something from our incredible selection of designer handbags, all priced way below retail. Make this Valentine's Day one they'll always remember with a gift from Capital Pawn.
It's the President's Day sale at Bedmart. Save up to $500 on brands like Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and more. Plus, sleep interest-free for up to 4 years. Only during Bedmart's President's Day sale. Be BedSmart. Shop Bedmart.
Sleep better than ever before with mattress savings up to 40% off, plus 48 months no-interest financing. Now during standard TV and appliances store-wide sale, including up to $400 on select Sealy, up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic, and up to $800 on select Stearns & Foster adjustable mattress sets. Standard TV and appliance. Best service, best selection, best people.
It has taken over 70 years for Honda to offer it. Announcing 0% financing for 60 months on new SUVs and trucks. 0% for 60 months. That's no interest for the life of your loan. Search your local Honda dealer today.
Welcome back this morning. Oh, that is Friday. Highway 26 at Sylvan. Traffic is out there, but it is pretty light with the snow and ice that we're seeing. Never easy to drive on. We want to talk to the man of the hour, Odot's Don Hamilton. He is joining us live with an update on the roads. Really, Odot takes care of all of the states, so they have a big job. But Don, as I'm looking at some of these Odot cameras, it looks like in many places it's starting to get down to see the pavement. Am I right?
Well, that's what it looks like to me, too. I mean, I'll take that and just say that that's because we're doing a good job out there. You know, we're using all of our tools out there, and that's helping get the pavement down. Now, when we get 8 inches of snow over the next couple of days, it's not going to look as good as this.
Right.
But we're trying to keep up on things. We're trying to do the best job we can.
I know you guys have been out overnight. I saw one of your trucks on my way into work at like 2 a.m. Tell us about any major closures or caution areas that drivers need to watch out for this morning.
Well, one of the areas we're very concerned about is Interstate 84 and the Columbia River Gorge. That's always a problem spot. They get the whole variety of microclimates out there, too. It's windy, it's cold. and there's a lot of snow and blowing snow. Visibility is not great. If it gets unsafe, we're going to shut it down, but for now it's open, but people need to use a lot of caution if you have to be out there.
You know, you kind of touched on it, this next round of snow. Rod is saying that by about 7 o'clock tonight, we're going to see steady snow. Like until 5 o'clock the next morning, we could end up with that 8 inches of snow. What is the game plan there?
The game plan is to fight and fight hard against this. We're going to do the best we can to keep up with this with the tools that we've got. Snowfall that heavy, we're going to be using the plows. They're going to be out there like crazy, but also the sand and the de-icer and the salt also will be what we're going to be using out there. It can get ahead of us sometimes, but we're going to do the best we can to keep up with the heavy snowfall that's coming.
All right, drivers, stay home if you don't have to be out. Give them some room and let them do their jobs. Good luck. Don Hamilton with Odot. We appreciate the info.
Thank you.
Between that traffic report and Rod's weather forecast, we want to bring you 3 things to know about COVID this morning. We start with number 1. Starting Monday, Clark County will advance to phase 2 of Washington's reopening plan. And Clark County is not alone here. Cowlitz, Skamania, Klickitat, and Wahkiakum counties will also be moving to phase 2. So that means indoor dining is allowed in those counties again, up to 25% capacity. And gyms and indoor entertainment facilities like movie theaters can reopen with that same 25% capacity limit. Number 2, today all 3 Portland metro counties will be downgraded from the extreme COVID risk level to high risk. That means restaurants and bars in Multnomah, Washington, and Clackamas counties can offer a limited number of customers indoor seating again. Gyms and theaters in those counties will also be allowed to have more people inside. Of course, these restrictions are loosening up the very same weekend that we're getting hit with a big fat punch of winter weather. So we wish those restaurants and bars the best of luck. Number 3 this morning, vaccine group number 3 in Oregon will be able to get their COVID shots starting this Monday. This group includes people 75 years old and up and healthcare providers working with high-risk patients. It also includes parents and caregivers that take care of medically vulnerable people in their homes. There's a complete list of who's eligible available at covidvaccine.oregon.gov. And those are 3 things to know about COVID this morning.
Okay, let's get another update on our forecast this morning. And you heard it from Don Hamilton. Some of those roads getting clearer, the more cars, this morning, kind of get that out of the way.
What did Don say for tonight? We're going to fight like hell. Or did he say we're just going to fight? Fight.
Maybe.
Okay, all right, here we go. I don't cuss on TV very much, but I couldn't resist. Here we go. We have temperatures out east in the 20s to about 30 degrees for a high today. Pilton only in the teens. The Dalles at 5 p.m. only 21. Timberline in the single digits. The one warm spot today will be the Central Beaches, Newport 46, and the South Willamette Valley down in Eugene. It will be 47. That's a different world down there. For the rest of us, during the day, it's mostly a mix of snow showers, some icy mixing down in the central, the mid Willamette Valley, but really the next big event comes in tonight, and that's the big storm that could dump 8 inches in Portland and produce a significant ice storm of sleet and freezing rain in Salem, for example. Our 7-day forecast, that storm tonight, tomorrow morning, still only about 32 tomorrow. The rest of the day, snow showers. The Nick system is Sunday night into Monday. We're not sure, again, if that transitions into rain or if that is more snow and ice coming our way. Let's celebrate some birthdays. On a somewhat snowy Friday morning, we have a 1-year-old Carter Forrest in Beaverton with the big glasses, 1 year old today. Happy birthday. And there's Miles with his dog. Beautiful picture there. Happy birthday, young man, 8 years old today. Send us your wishes to birthday-pics@kgw.com, and we will celebrate with you.
Have an open mind and listen. Don't come in with any preconceived notions.
Everybody is so polarized and divided. Arguing's not going to work.
Be kind to one another. We raise our child up to be kind to other kids. So why can't we take the advice that we give our children?
I think we can move forward, try to be patient with each other, patient with ourselves. It starts with self-respect. To be able to respect someone else, you got to be able to look in the mirror and like what you see and be able to see the beauty in somebody else.
Ask anyone who has been in an accident. What comes next can be just as bad as the accident itself. Getting yourself home, calling up your insurance company, negotiating a shop to take it to, making sure the shop uses factory parts, having a friend drive an appointment with the shop, having to make another finally dropping off your car, waiting to hear back from your insurance, taking your car back, other things they didn't fix, or you can just take it to Leif's. Call me. We'll pick you up, negotiate with the insurance company on your behalf, keep you informed, and drop it off when we're done. Anywhere in the Northwest.
We put a lot of stress on our feet. It's no wonder they ache. Introducing ArchFit from Skechers. ArchFit distributes pressure across the arch, providing balance and support to make walking more comfortable. They're machine washable and available for men and women. ArchFit, new from Skechers.
Mattress World Northwest makes shopping easy with the largest selection of name brand mattresses in the Northwest. Compare the comfort of Stearns & Foster, Beautyrest Black, Sealy Hybrid, and other brands you love. Plus, get the convenience of white glove delivery, setup, and removal of your old mattress. This President's Day, get a free head and foot up adjustable base with the purchase of select mattresses starting at just $6.99. It's not too late to sleep like a baby at Mattress World Northwest.
Here in the Northwest, roof shingles don't last as long as they should. After 10 to 15 years, they start to lose their flexibility and need replaced. Replacing your composition shingle roof costs $4 to $7 a square foot. That's expensive, especially when a Roof Max treatment can save 80% of the existing shingle roofs for typically under $1 a square foot. Most treatments average $2,000. Call before Wednesday for a free assessment and $200 off your treatment. Call 503-ROOF-SAVE. That's 503-766-3728.
When your home or business needs a new roof, repair, or roof maintenance, trust Interstate Roofing's award-winning team. We're family-owned with over 30 years of experience roofing in Northwest weather. For the best safety, quality, and exceptional customer service, choose Interstate Roofing.
Last summer, more than 1 million acres were devastated by wildfires right here in Oregon, destroying trees that make this place we love so special. You can help regrow our forests. Give trees. Donate today at replantoregon.org. Every dollar you donate plants a tree. Help us to get to our goal of 1 million trees.
Boom! Oh my goodness.
Wow, that is incredible. And this is a look from the air. This is Fort Worth, Texas, where icy roads caused just a tragic pileup. 130 cars involved, 6 people killed, dozens others hurt. This accident stretched for more than a mile. Cars and semis crashing into each other on the icy road. The Fort Worth area got a system of freezing rain, something they don't see too often in Texas. Boy, keep that in mind when you're driving today.
Right now we want to have a live look from Drive 8.
That is a live look from Drive 8. They're heading west on I-84 just outside of downtown Portland. Our crews have been all over the place monitoring those road conditions for you. We'll have the latest updates coming up.
Join IQ Credit Union and give trees. Donate at replantoregon.org.
The coronavirus. You have questions, we have answers.
Let's answer some viewer questions.
Download the KGW News app for important information to keep you safe and informed. Get the facts, not fear. Download the KGW News app.
Here in the Northwest, roof shingles don't last as long as they should. After 10 to 15 years, they start to lose their flexibility and need replaced. Replacing your composition shingle roof costs $4 to $7 a square foot. That's expensive, especially when a Roof Max treatment can save 80% of the existing shingle roofs for typically under $1 a square foot. Most treatments average $2,000. Call before Wednesday for a free assessment and $200 off your treatment. Call 503-ROOF-SAVE. That's 503-766-3728.
All eyes on the way I vibe when I walk into the room. Wind blows underneath the soles of my brand new pair of shoes. And this is my world now.
Discount Windows is the best window and door store in Oregon. Reason number 3.
Discount Windows Vinyl 99 sale. Factory first overstock windows for just $99 each
or less. Discount Windows has the largest selection of premium overstock windows in the Pacific Northwest.
With prices this low, I can't take it. So hurry in.
Discount Windows. We do windows
and doors
for less.
To be honest, a little dust, it never bothered me.
until I found out what it actually was.
Dust mite droppings? Ew. Dead skin cells?
Gross. So now I grab my Swiffer Heavy Duty Sweeper and Dusters.
Dusters extends to 6 feet to reach way up high to grab, trap, and lock away gross dust. Nice. For dust on my floors, I switched to Sweeper. The heavy-duty cloths reach deep in grooves to grab, trap, and lock dust bunnies no matter where they hide. No more heebie-jeebies. Glad I stopped cleaning and started Swiffering.
What a great place to work and play. Spirit Mountain Casino. We offer the area's most generous benefits package along with an opportunity for growth. Food and beverage areas are looking for you. Go to spiritmountain.com and join our team today.
EV8 on the Speedway.
The question, how many laps on a full charge? Punch it!
Oregon's goal, more electric cars on the road to help reduce our carbon footprint.
EV power, yeehaw!
Woo! Now that's good energy.
KGW EV8, sponsored by the all-electric Chevy Bolt EV. This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Well, this is what we're waking up to this morning. Some snow and some ice. We can give you this live look from Drive 8. They are just passing the Hollywood district there on I-84 West. Coming up in just a few minutes, we'll talk to Peabot to get an update on metro area roads. So if you can work from home today, go ahead and do that. That is going to clear some space for those road crews to do their job.
Yeah, it's good to kind of space out the lanes, too. Gives everyone a sense of peace. So we have crews throughout the area checking on those conditions for you, though. Let's start in the Weather Center, of course, with Rod Hill to start off our team coverage.
And one thing to note, we don't expect temperatures to get above freezing today. So, ODOT will be out there getting snow and off the roads and putting down treatment. But it's going to be a battle with the temperatures staying cold. You would expect many roads to simply remain, at the very least, icy and slick today. All right, we're watching this big system offshore. More on that coming up in about 8 minutes on our show. But that looks to be a major winter snowstorm for Portland and a major ice storm potentially for you folks in Salem. Right now in white, this is all light snow from Pendleton, Yakima, the Dalles, snowing lightly, generally lightly in the gorge down through Portland. A little bit of an icy mix when you get down south corner of Clackamas County and up into the Coast Range. It's just light precipitation this morning. We're at 28 degrees. 30 at noon. This afternoon for the Rose City, snow picks up. We could get a couple inches during the afternoon, and then 30 at 5 p.m. Once we get into this evening, that big snowstorm hits, and again, about 8 minutes away from me talking more about that.
All right, Rod, thank you so much. Let's take a round-robin look at the roads for you. We start north at I-5 at Mill Plain in Vancouver. More cars on the road than we have seen this morning, but look, it does look like it is down to a cleared pavement. That is good. Lake Oswego area now, I-5 at Boone's Ferry. This was a area of a crash earlier this morning. They did get those road crews out of there, and they are open lanes. Now to the west, Highway 26 at Cornelius Pass Road. Or is that 205? That is hard to tell. I don't know. No accidents reported there, though, this morning.
Well, there are several road closures in the metro area that we want to update you on. We're going to check in with Peabot this morning. We have John Brady on the phone this morning. John, we appreciate you checking in with us. We talked to you a little earlier. If our viewers watched Channel 8 last night, they know one of the trouble spots was Northeast Halsey. How are things there this morning? Can you give them an update?
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, so Northeast Halsey from 80th to 84th, and then again from 92nd to 100th is still closed because of icy conditions. So that remains one area that we're going to have to we'll be working on throughout the day to try and get that open. Another closure is Southwest 45th between Multnomah and Vermont. And then there are a couple of smaller closures, but in general, the roads, most roads are open. Although there are slick spots, so people should be cautious, and if you can delay travel or, like you said, work from home, that would be the best.
What about West Burnside up into the West Hills?
You know, it remains clear, and for the most part, the hills are also drivable. Germantown was closed early in the storm. That's back open. Again, you know, there still can be slick spots, especially in shaded areas and things like that. So even though it might look like bare pavement, just to take it slow and be patient.
Yeah, that's the best idea. What about your crews tonight? I know you guys have been throwing everything you've got at this weather, and it's only going to get worse. What's the strategy this evening and overnight?
Right. So today, our A shift just came on. So today they're going to be working on pre-treating areas, working on some of those closed roads to try and get those open. And then they'll be ready with the plows once we start to get that major accumulation and move it off the road.
Yeah, it could be 8 inches according to Rod Hill. John Brady, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Well, Brenda just mentioned West Burnside. That's where we find Maggie Vespa this morning. Maggie, I don't know how you feel about it, but we're glad that you're part of the Sunrise Show this morning. What are you seeing out there on West Burnside?
Oh, I'm always happy to be here, Drew. Thank you so much. It was interesting listening to John from Peabot. I think he's pretty much right that we definitely have more snow up here on the West Hills, and we drove up and down West Burnside just to kind of set the scene for ourselves. But compared to other parts of town that we were in, and even Vancouver and Clark County, it's predictably messy up there, but it seems like from what we're hearing from drivers, it is manageable. We have a couple big concerns we want to highlight for people. First of all, I want to talk about the power outages. We have the PGE outage map that I want to show you, and we heard from a spokesperson from PGE earlier this morning. Close to 2,000 people without power at this point, most in Multnomah County, some in Clackamas, Marion County. You're looking at a lot of the power outages here in Portland. These are largely caused by downed trees and some car accidents, we're told. Crews are out working on these right now. Restoration time sort of between 7 a.m. and noon. We'll keep you posted. Again, then the driving obviously is the other issue. I want to show you video from earlier. We're at a chain-up area, but this woman, Dee Stolginski, decided to instead use the Zupan's parking lot. Totally understandable. She's new in Portland. She had never used chains before, was struggling to take them off. And she says, all things considered, though, they worked really well coming down West Burnside. She was headed to work this morning. Take a listen.
Work in customer service and everything, and everyone's afraid of going out during the snow and everything, and honestly I'm kind of the same way too, because I've never really experienced that much of it, but it's been really cool because I didn't know how fast people went out to go and pave the roads and make everything safe for everyone. So it was really comforting to know that was the case.
And there you can see photographer Kurt Austin to the rescue, helping her out, trying to get the chains off the car. About 10-15 minutes after we got there, we had the moment of success. Big sigh of relief for Dee. She was able to get the chains off of her 2 front tires on her Honda and get off to work. It is a good reminder, though. A lot of people are in her shoes. They haven't used chains either before or in a long time. This is the first big snow of the entire winter. So it's a good time or just a reminder, good time to familiarize yourself with any gear that you might have, and make sure that your car is stocked up as well with water and blankets and things you might need in case you get stuck. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
Love seeing our photographer Kurt Austin. Nice job, guys. Helping people out there. Keep it up. Okay, let's go out to the gorge, to Hood River. Catherine Cook was out there last night to check on those conditions and see how people are feeling about the storm.
The weather here in Hood River is holding steady. A lot of snow and cold temperatures, but definitely not the blizzard-like conditions in other parts of the gorge tonight. Behind me, you can see I-84 is practically empty. The cars and trucks we do see going by are not having any trouble at all. But again, in other parts, a much different story. A lot of crashes, according to sheriff's deputies. Definitely some more snow expected in this area soon. And if folks we talk to get their way, there will be a lot of it.
I've seen a lot worse in trying to go up and down to the mountain. I hope we get a lot of snow, because I like to ski.
It's kind of nature's way of telling us to slow down, that's for sure.
To stay home and enjoy it, have some hot chocolate, don't go on the roads.
Staying off the roads, specifically I-84, is exactly what sheriff's deputies are asking people to do. Parts of the gorge had so many accidents that the wait for a tow was upwards of 3 hours. In Hood River.
All right, from Hood River there, Catherine Cook reporting. We're going to jump over to Southwest Washington. We can tell you snow is disrupting the limited in-person learning that's happening at some schools there. For starters, in Woodland, elementary kids were sent home early yesterday, and school is already canceled for those kids today. Washougal schools also closed today. The Canada School District, they have not made a call yet for today, but they did cancel classes yesterday.
So depending on where you look out your window, it might look very different in Camas. And so our community understands that, though, and they recognize that the hills are, they can get really dicey, and nobody wants kids out driving or walking on those if we can prevent it.
We have a full list of school closures and delays running right there at the bottom of your screen.
The snow hits, people stock up at the grocery store, right? And if you went there at in the last couple of days, you probably saw maybe a few empty shelves.
Yeah, the running joke is, right, everybody grabs the kale. Well, we spoke to a lot of people yesterday who were making sure that they had their pantry stocked just in case they weren't able to leave the house. So some of them grabbed the essentials like milk and bread and eggs. Others, they went for the pre-made meals.
I'm lazy and I'm coming in to get all their great entrees that are already done. How about lobster mac and cheese? How does that do it for you? Pretty good. And they'll have some barbecued ribs, they'll have made up salads.
Oh, wow. She's eating well at her house. I'm jealous. You know who else is busy? The florists. We spoke with one florist who says he is doing all he can to keep up with demand for flowers, with Valentine's Day coming up on Sunday.
Okay, we want to take a quick check at I-84. This is at 122nd, and Odot just moved the camera, but there are a couple of stalled vehicles there on the side. You can see the camera pretty glazed over, at least with ice or some kind of moisture on the lens, though. But people are kind of getting a little sketched out and maybe pulling over their cars. So just, steer clear, go slow, people, as you get out and about this morning if you have to. Let's check in with Rod now on the temperatures, because you're saying, we're not warm. We're going to stay below freezing.
Yeah, I think so. So that means icy roads, even though crews, of course, will be out during the day, working the roads for improvements. But the bottom line is, if it doesn't get above freezing, it's going to stay really icy and tough to get to certain areas, right? All eyes on this big batch of clouds. This is the stronger storm that we talked about yesterday. This is still on track to come in this evening and then get out of here as soon as 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. But it's going to produce 8 hours of good old-fashioned Pacific storm rate, which means driving snow coming down, and for Salem, the potential that most of it is sleet or freezing rain. That could be a real big mess. Right now, this is all mostly light snow and white. You see through the gorge where it's snowing. Catherine was out there with her report. They may have upwards of about 4 inches in parts of the gorge, but they're looking at maybe 12 to 16 inches potentially from that storm tonight. Wow, okay. And then some light precipitation down around Salem right now as well. So for the Rose City, light snow showers today. It picks up a little bit this afternoon, maybe an inch or two. Then the big event starts this evening. Steady, heavy snow. 8 inches by morning in the city certainly looks reasonable. And then could be some sleet mixed in with that. Now, the number one headline of concern for tonight's storm is this one. We're talking about Salem and the Mid-Valley. Corvallis, good morning. Daytime icy mix of showers. Albany, you would be included in this. Tonight, mostly freezing rain and sleet. Accumulations of just ice could reach an inch, especially, pardon me, if that's freezing rain. And then trees, power lines, all at risk. So it could be an ice storm in Salem, Albany, and Corvallis, while it's a snowstorm for Portland. This outlines in color the snow area, and it does produce 10 inches Forest Grove, Kelso, Battleground, about the same, Portland 9. Down here, it's not showing you snow, and that's because it's ice that's expected. It'll be in the 40s tonight in Lincoln City and Newport, but you get up to the north coast, Tillamook County, especially up into Clatsop County, folks will be around freezing with the potential of a little bit of ice, a little bit of snow. Here are the temperatures out right now. Bend is at 14, Salem's at 29, upper 20s in Portland and Kelso. Once we get through tomorrow morning, then the rest of tomorrow's scattered snow showers, and then the unknown, that third system Sunday night into Monday. Is it still cold? Is that rain? Or is it snow and ice? To be honest, too busy to figure that one out yet. Back to you.
All right. There is a major effort underway to get pharmacies involved more in vaccination. So coming up next, the work still ahead to get chains and local pharmacies ready to go.
Your granite countertops dull? Smudge and smears won't come clean? Call us. We'll deep clean, sterilize to hospital standards, and seal it for life. Call Permatreat.
Pioneer Cordell Square invites you to buy a brick today to help revitalize the heart of our downtown. Your support will help build a clean, safe, and vibrant downtown for all Portlanders. Buy your personalized brick at thesquarepdx.org.
Here in the Northwest, roof shingles don't last as long as they should. After 10 to 15 years, they start to lose their flexibility and need replaced. Replacing your composition shingle roof costs $4 to $7 a square foot. That's expensive, especially when a Roof Max treatment can save 80% of the existing shingle roofs for typically under $1 a square foot. Most treatments average $2,000. Call before Wednesday for a free assessment and $200 off your treatment. Call 503-ROOF-SAVE. That's 503-766-3728.
For ease of towing and efficiency of space, nothing beats a fifth wheel trailer. Find the largest selection of fifth wheel trailers in the Northwest at Curtis Trailers, loaded with all the comforts of home. Curtis Trailers, Portland, Beaverton, or curtistrailers.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew Orden, board-certified plastic surgeon and host of The Doctors. If you're like most people struggling with areas of stubborn, diet-resistant body fat, then it's time you call Sono Bello.
I lost 2 inches here in the waist, and I lost 3.5 inches here in my hips.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
I got to buy 4 brand new bikinis. I had abs after Sono Bello.
Sono Bello can remove stubborn body fat permanently in just one visit.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently. Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly on your stomach, back, or even your thighs.
I actually tried a bikini on and I looked in the mirror and I thought, wow.
Call 1-800-317-6051 or go to sonobello.com.
Last summer, this place we love was destroyed by wildfires. At IQ Credit Union, we believe in building a better Pacific Northwest. Join us and give trees. Donate at replantoregon.org. All this week, when you give, we will match it.
Mattress World Northwest makes shopping easy with the largest selection of name brand mattresses in the Northwest. Compare the comfort of Stearns & Foster, Beautyrest Black, Sealy Hybrid, and other brands you love. Plus, get the convenience of white glove delivery, setup, and removal of your old mattress. This President's Day, get a free head and foot up adjustable base with the purchase of select mattresses starting at just $6.99. It's not too late to sleep like a baby at Mattress World Northwest.
Welcome back. Local pharmacies have a lot of new work ahead of them as they join the COVID vaccine rollout.
That extra work means they could use some extra help. So Galen Etlin gives us a look this morning at where that help is coming from.
25,000 text messages went out Wednesday to Americans waiting for a COVID vaccine.
Meeting the patients where they need to be met or where they want to be met.
Dr. Colin Banis is chief medical officer of the company behind it, Doctor First. He says at the beginning of the pandemic,
pivotal is a perfect word.
Lagging technology took off.
We just accelerated 10 years in 10 weeks in terms of telehealth.
Dr. First partners with hospitals, medical offices, and pharmacies to send people automated notifications through its service Backline. Those include COVID test results and now alerts to people who are eligible for the vaccine.
Being able to mass notify people and funnel them into the right direction using automation really does free up that manpower to go do the high-touch needs of patient care.
Dr. First can tell who opens messages and who doesn't. That means someone with less access to technology will get a direct call.
Reducing the burden by automating things that lend themselves to it.
Oregon State Professor Joseph Agor says extra help is needed to free up pharmacy staff as they join the federal vaccination effort.
They're doubling the amount of work for people without doubling the amount of help.
What sort of supports would be helpful to, say, a small pharmacy that's on this list to start receiving COVID-19 vaccines soon?
Additional manpower is always helpful. Like, I can't administer a vaccine, right, but I can most certainly help in documenting data.
He's pushing for volunteers or supplemental staff to help with administrative work, like tracking vaccine side effects or scheduling second doses. That and automation can help pharmacists tend to regular patients and those getting vaccinated.
It's a way to break down those barriers and deliver safe care.
Most local pharmacies still do not have available appointments, but should starting in the next few days. We have links for you on KGW.com. Galen Etlin, KGW News.
All right, getting back to our winter weather. We know there are a lot of you newbies to our area in the last few years, and some may be saying, what is the big deal about snow? I'm used to it. Or I'm from Florida. I'm freaked out. So we put together a handy beginner's guide to Portland snow, and Matt Zaffino answers all the questions you might have, like which areas get hit the hardest here in the metro? Will your rain boots work in the snow? What is the difference between what snow tires can do for you or chains? And what exactly is freezing rain? So lots of good questions, a lot of good answers. You can check it out right now on KGW.com. And yes, you can never be too prepared when it comes to this kind of weather.
With that in mind, Nina, we're going to take a quick minute here to talk about the things we should all have in our car before we head out in any kind of winter weather. So, suggestions from AAA include a flashlight with extra batteries, a first aid kit, water, a blanket, an extra set of clothes. I'm not done. How about some non-perishable food items like peanut butter pretzels? Those are good. Got to have those in the car. Tire chains help. Ice scraper is good, and don't forget about the snow brush.
All right, lots to keep track of. Right now we want to check in with Drive 8. We want to show you this live picture. They have been all over the place. Right now they're I-5 South, right around Highway 217. And you know, Rod, we were hoping to have Sky 8 up and flying this morning, but the newsroom is saying because of freezing rain in Hillsborough, Sky 8 is grounded.
Yeah, I can't do that. Again, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. You know, if this were a typical day, we'd be talking about a snow level as high as 3,000 feet, and it would be all rain underneath that. But it's not typical. The east winds bring in a cold lower level, and then you do have that Pacific level that's quite warm in some areas, and that's why Salem, for example, has had a mixture of kind of freezing rain and sleet, more so than Portland has. And you just mentioned that at the Hillsborough Airport. So we're continuing to see that mixed kind of temperature profile going on. All right, this looks obvious, and I think it will be obvious actually when it's all said and done. Big storm coming in tonight, headed right toward us. Looks like a Pacific storm that has 1 inch of available moisture with it. You translate that into snow, that's 8 inches easy. You translate it into nothing but freezing rain or sleet, and that's a big fat problem. And we think that's the potential for Marion County tonight. More of an ice storm. You get up into Portland and Vancouver and Kelso and Longview, more of a snow situation. Current temperatures are cold, and part of the problem with today is we're not going to warm up. Most of us will get no warmer than 32 degrees, so icy spots will be lingering on area roadways, even though, of course, crews are out treating them. Here's a look at a moisture map. So this is simply a moisture map. If it were a typical day, I'd be saying Astoria, 1.25 inches of rain, maybe. Portland could get 1.5 inches or more of rain. Is that right? But it's not typical. This will be freezing precipitation. So my point is, and my only point, is that there's plenty of moisture with this system coming in tonight for a major snowstorm or a major ice storm, whichever one it turns out to be between Portland and down into Salem. Forecast temperatures this afternoon at 5 p.m. This shows Portland at 25 degrees. The east winds will kick up and get a little stronger coming out of the gorge with the system coming in tonight. During the day, they're still gusting in Troutdale right now about 32 miles per hour. Warm in Newport, warm in Tillamook. Freezing temps tonight in Astoria. Newport, it's just rain tonight for you, by the way. And then we have some daytime snow shower accumulations really across most areas of the state. Portland this afternoon might turn into fairly steady snow. We certainly could get some afternoon accumulations. Then the big storm tonight into tomorrow morning. A third system we're watching that could be rain or snow as we try to transition to warmer weather comes in Sunday night. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Rod. We want to get a check of traffic on your Friday morning. This has been the trouble spot. You see those two stalled cars there on the left of your screen. This is I-84 West at 122nd. Yep, sedans, no snow tires. That's what happens. Also, Highway 26 at the zoo. And not many people out, and that's a good thing, but traffic is moving along. Also, I-205 at Airport Way. Same deal. You can see pavement, but also some of that slushy snow on the road. And then finally this morning, I-5 at Wilsonville. It looks like things are slow going there in both directions.
Well, it's been several months since Oregon's devastating wildfires that destroyed millions of acres of trees. And now we all have a chance to make a difference and help restore the forests. KGW has teamed up with Oregon Parks Forever to plant trees, and our goal is to plant 1 million. So text the word tree to 91999, or you can go to the website replantoregon.org. $1 equals 1 tree. And this week, IQ Credit Union is matching all donations.
COVID-19 variants. Stay connected. FM News 101 KXL.
Oregon Hot Tub invites you to save now and soak later. As Oregon's largest, we can offer you the best choices in swim spas, saunas, and hot spring hot tubs. Create your own in-home fitness center or backyard retreat. Start today at Oregon Hot Tub.
Here in the Northwest, roof shingles don't last as long as they should. After 10 to 15 years, they start to lose their flexibility and need replaced. Replacing your composition shingle roof costs $4 to $7 a square foot. That's expensive, especially when a Roof Max treatment can save 80% of the existing shingle roofs for typically under $1 a square foot. Most treatments average $2,000. Call before Wednesday for a free assessment and $200 off your treatment. Call 503-ROOF-SAVE. That's 503-766-3728.
It's the President's Day sale at Bedmart. Save up to $500 on brands like Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and more. Plus, sleep interest-free for up to 4 years. Only during Bedmart's President's Day sale. Be BedSmart. Shop Bedmart.
What's your heart's desire? How about winning a brand new Chevy Camaro, Chevy Silverado, or $50,000 in cash? Coyote Club members receive 1 free entry. Earn more playing your favorite games. Come in and win your heart's desire at Spirit Mountain Casino.
Hello, my friend Pat Boone here for Safe Step Walk-In Tub. Listen, for years, one of my greatest pleasures has been relaxing in my walk-in tub. And I'm excited to tell you that Safe Step has actually found a way to take your bathing and showering experience to a whole new level with their new hybrid tub. It's the luxury and convenience of a shower and tub all in one package. The dual shower heads include a handheld shower wand and a large, luxurious rainfall shower head. Now you can finally enjoy the best of both worlds with the therapeutic benefits of a warm, soothing bath that can help increase mobility, relieve pain, boost energy, and improve sleep. Or, if you prefer, you can take a safe, refreshing shower all in one amazing product.
Call today and receive $1,500 off the purchase of your new Safe Step Walk-In Tub. Call 1-800-903-9006.
Whether you own a hot tub or a pool now or are looking to purchase, Oregon Hot Tub can help. From great prices on quality hot spring hot tubs, swim spas, and saunas to full-service maintenance and a full line of cleaning products, we've got you covered. Visit OregonHotTub.com.
They're trailblazers who've broken barriers. Monday, Craig talks to leaders of the nation's first black church.
It is a church as old as the Republic itself. We just didn't know the history of it.
Uncovering the lost secrets of colonial Williamsburg. Monday on Today.
For severe weather alerts, download the KGW app now.
Here's your daily checklist now with 3 things to know this morning. The mass vaccination site at the Oregon Convention Center will be closed today because of the winter weather. Anybody with an appointment will be contacted so you can reschedule. Also, the drive-through clinics at the Portland Airport, Hillsborough Stadium, and the Multnomah Pavilion at OHSU, they're also canceled, but for the entire weekend. Number 2, all 3 metro counties will be downgraded from the extreme COVID risk level to high risk today. That means restaurants and bars in Multnomah, Clackamas, and Washington counties can reopen for indoor seating with a limited number of customers. Gyms and theaters will also be allowed to have a few more people inside. And number 3, starting Monday, Clark County will advance to phase 2 of Washington's reopening plan. Also, Cowlitz, Skamania, Klickitat, and Wahkiakum counties, they're moving to phase 2 as well. This means indoor dining is allowed in those counties at 25% capacity. Gyms and indoor entertainment facilities, again like theaters, can also reopen with that same capacity limit. And that's your daily checklist.
And your 1 thing weather to know, we're tracking that big storm coming in tonight. Again, that looks to be a significant snowstorm for Portland and a big ice storm for Salem.
All right, thank you, Rod. And just before we head online for Sunrise Extra, check this out. This is Sauvie Island. A viewer texted us this pic, and you can see the snow coming down. And Susie texted us this photo from Scappoose this morning. Looks like they got a dusting, too. Keep sending us your pictures from your neighborhood. Text them to the number on your screen, 503-226-5088.
Yeah, we'll keep giving you updates throughout the Today Show, but jump online with us to our KGW Facebook and YouTube pages. We're going to continue talking about the weather and the storm that's coming for us tonight. We will see you there, everyone. Have a safe holiday weekend.